Hey gang, that was Bryan Adams' 1984 hit Run to You. The main riff or the opening riff, the chords, and then that little break part, way cool. The single note and then the harmonized as well. We'll go through it note for note in just a sec. All right gang, let's go through this note for note. First things first, you can download the tab from the description below. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Second thing is you probably noticed that I have a capo on the second fret. You can certainly do this song without a capo, but it's going to make this song a lot easier with it, especially that opening riff. And it's also going to make the notes kind of ring out a lot more and make that a lot easier too. So I would advise getting your capo, putting it on the second fret, and we're going to do it that way. All right, just a little note about the sound. Now I used the bridge pickup on this Strat style guitar. You can certainly use the middle pickup. That sounds great as well. I'll let you be the judge of that. You want a little bit of breakup on the sound itself. Okay, and I also have a bit of flanger on it. Not too much, but just a little bit. If you don't like the flanger, you can try a little bit of phaser. That might work well for you as well. Okay. So let's go through the opening riff. The opening riff that sounds kind of like this. It just repeats itself. Okay, so for that one, we're going to play an open. Now remember, we're capoing on the second, so we're going to play the open sixth string. And on the fifth string, we're going to play the second fret, second relative to this capo. And then we're going to play the open fourth string. That sounds like this. Now, what's interesting is, and I've listened to the record a number of times, it doesn't feel like there's any muting, palm muting on this one. So you don't want to play it like this. You want to play it open like this. Okay? So anyway, the pattern is only on those three for the first part, and it's 6, 5, 4, then 6, 5, 4 again, and then 5, 4, 5, 6. So like so. One more time. 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. All right. At that point, we're going to simply play on the third fret, and that's 6, 5, 4, and then we're going to slide up 2 frets. So we'll play 6, 5, 4. When we're sliding up 2 frets, that would be 5, 4, and open again. And we play 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here it is slowly. And that's it for that really cool opening riff. The little transition goes like this. There's a C chord. We'll go over some of the chords of that transition then. That's a C chord. Or again, it's a D chord, but I'm giving it relative to this capo. C chord. Now a D. Suspend that D on the top string, right? So we'll go from the second to third on the top string. Back to the D, and now here's the run to you chords. I'm gonna run to you. So it's E. That's a G, but that's a special G. I'll take care of that in just a second and show it to you. So it's an E minor. I'm sorry, I said E, but it's E minor. D, A. E minor, G, D. All right, so the only thing that's a little bit different is this G. And for the G, we're playing the following notes. On the 6th string, we're playing the 3rd fret. 5th string, we're playing the 2nd. 4th string is open. 3rd string is open. Second string is actually on the 3rd fret, and then the first string is on the 3rd fret as well. Okay, so that's the riff. E minor, G, D, A. All right, let's do the break part now. All right, to do this one, I kick on a little bit of extra overdrive. I use a distortion pedal, but just a tiny amount of overdrive. And then I also use a little bit of analog delay. Now I'm going to be talking about this one almost with, basically with, talking about the frets without the capo, because when we get this high, I think it's a little bit easier to just think about the frets themselves. So the first one we're going to do is, if you imagine laying down your finger on the 11th fret, from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings, we're going to hammer on the 2nd string from the 11th to 12th, and then we're going to play 11, 11, 11 on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings. Okay, and let that ring out. Then we're going to move, just slide down 2 frets and do the same thing, okay? So we'll hammer on from 9th to 10th, and then we'll play 9, 9, 9. Again, let that ring out. Then we do the same thing, moving down again 2 frets, and then back up to the 9th. Now the second time through, there's actually 2 guitars that are playing that, and they're playing in harmony. And the first one is playing the same line that we just played, but the second one is playing this. Okay? And then, again, sliding down 2 frets and doing the same thing. Now, I've got that line written out in a tab. Again, when we go down to here, it would be... And you can use a harmonizer to do that, or you can get a buddy to do it, but you can actually do it with double stops, like so. So instead of just playing this, you can play... Okay, so in this case, I'm playing a double stop, playing the 3rd and 2nd strings on the 11th, and hammering on to the 12th and 13th. And then playing the 11th on the 2nd and 3rd strings, and then the 11th on the 3rd and 4th strings, and then the 11th on the 4th, and the 13th on the 5th string. So it sounds like this. One more time. And then you just move down 2 frets, just like we did before, to get the next one. Down to another, or down to again. And then back up to get the last part. And that's it. You kick off your analog delay, and you kick off the extra distortion, and go back to the regular run to you. Etc. Well, there you have it. Bryan Adams' 1984 hit Run to You, opening riff, chords, and the break. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you on down the road.